ओके, तो सुबह का 5 बज रहा है. फॉर अ चेंज आज मैं जल्दी उठ गई थी. एंड आई हैव फिनिश्ड रीडिंग दिस बुक, व्हाट टू से व्हेन यू टॉक टू योर सेल्फ. एंड इस बुक को पढ़ने के बाद ना व्हाट आई फील इज़ कि इस बुक को पढ़ने के बाद, एंड लाइक आई हैव रेड लॉट ऑफ अदर बुक्स एज वेल, हैव बीन रीडिंग लॉट ऑफ बुक्स इन रीसेंट टाइम्स, एंड व्हाट आई काइंड ऑफ फिगर्ड आउट is कि you can read as many books as you can, but at some point you need to, bring your top bring your top 10 list of books. और books ऐसे पढ़नी चाहिए कि you have in your mind that you are making a top 10 list. ठीक है, मतलब तुम अपने दिमाग में ही बैठा लो कि you are figuring out कि मेरे को कौन सी वो 10 किताबें हैं जो रिपीटेडली पढ़नी है. Like these are my 10 books that I need to repeatedly learn. And then you keep on reading the other books, trying to compare कि तुम्हारा अभी the top 10 list में is this one the better, or you can make a switch to the other one, or but you need to have, I feel like everybody should have a list of 10 books, or right now I can think of 10 books, like 10 books that you keep in your, keep next to you. Okay, these are my these are my people, these are my books, and these are the places I'm going to come back again and again. Because when I read this book, with What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, I figured out that you are not going, I gained a lot from this book. This book is basically about rewiring your subconscious mind, because what happens is, it basically talks about, like, when you grow up, you kind of hear a lot of things from a lot of people, and in some ways you wire your brain into that, and you are like, okay, this is who I am, probably what everyone is saying, but you're not who everybody is saying. You are what you decide to be, and what you decide to be is your choice, and you need to make that choice, because that's one of the reasons. I think I've talked about it earlier also, but that is one of the reasons why humans are not animals. Everything else is same. The emotions, the feelings, all of those characteristics, they're same. They have blood, heart, all of that is same. But the difference that a human and an animal makes is in the fact that the human has the power of choice. You need to understand that you are choosing who you want to be. You could choose to be whatever. Okay, you could choose to listen to other people and be like a crappy version of you, or you can choose to listen to yourself and become a better version of you. So it's what you're choosing to be, and what you're deciding to be is what is going to kind of make things happen for you. And this book talks about it. It tells you about positive affirmations, things you should say, things, the way you should talk to yourself. Like, for example, whenever we start exercising, oftentimes you're like, oftentimes most of the other people also, they're like, this is like a 10-day thing, what they will not do much more than that. It's just a 5-day fling, she's gonna come back. These are the things that, and you think to yourself, okay, I will not tell to everybody about it, because what if it is like, I am not able, you bring so much negativity, and you bring so much of wrongness in there. Imagine you having a child, and your child comes like excitedly to you and is like, okay, I have joined gym, I'm gonna go exercise, I'm gonna be fit and everything, and you're like, yeah, do it for 5 days and then just, I don't. Imagine the kind of wiring you would have done to that child, and now imagine you doing it to yourself. Like, for all of the things that you decided to do, there is no doubt there are some of the things that you will fail. As humans, as anybody, we all fail at some point in time, but the choice of humans is to not let that failure be the last stone. You could use that stone to make, like, the next thing. I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker or anything of that sort. What I'm trying to say is that this book is good. What to say when you speak to yourself. It will teach you a lot of things. I have, like, if you go through it, I have like folded pages and stuff like that. I've underlined things that I think I would read again and again. And after reading this book, I feel like you should have a top 10 list of books. Like, okay, these are the books there's no point in just, like, reading again and again and again, just some new books every time. I think you can start with the goal of fixing 10 books that are going to be your core good friends, and you can keep meeting new people, and maybe over a time you replace the core books with the new books and stuff like that. But that is how the process of reading goes. With my experience, I think this is the kind of book that you can keep in the top. I mean, I'm going to keep it in my top 10. It's one of the really good books that I have read. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, and I think like books are also in some ways like people, like meeting people. There are some people you like and you like them so much that you keep meeting them again and again. And then there are some books that some people you meet and then you like them like okayish, and then you're like, okay, if the next time we meet we again meet or something. I think we should do something like that with books as well. You read a book, you like it, you keep reading it over and over again, and then there's some books you keep it on your shelf, but once in a while, once in 6 months, you kind of read it and understand it. And that's the story of books, and that's the story of what to say when you speak to yourself. Read this book. If you're anyone who's going through anything wrong, anything negative, anything self-demeaning, read this book. It's gonna change. If you choose to make that change, it's gonna change everything about you. With that, toodaloos, have a good day and a good life.